Hello friends, welcome back to another episode of Software Inc. So when we left off, we finished a speed build to expand our different areas. We're at $100 million, which means that we have plenty of opportunity to expand and grow. I think we are finally safe when it comes to spending and expanding, which lines up perfectly for what I want to do. So it is coming up to the end of the day. We need to fill out some teams for this room. So of course down here, we're going to assign all of these rooms to our porting team. So that way we can bust out ports like nobody's business. Let's go ahead and hit switch team. We want everything to be port and hit OK. And I think I might have done that yesterday or the last video I did. So, oh well. So let's go ahead. That means we have let's see how many employees we can get on this team. 34. Okay, so let's go to our port team, go to HR management, and we can hire 34 system programmers. Okay, so that is going to be a huge downfall here. We are still working on Cowboy 3, so we do have some more money headed our direction. And then, yeah, hopefully the leader will go into this room. I realized when I was doing my speed build yesterday that I didn't put a computer in the leader's room, which was probably not the best decision, but c'est la vie. Going up, we are going to start with our audio team, because our audio team is... Audio, you need less designers for your audio research, so I think that'll put us in a pretty good position. So we can have 16 audio team members plus their leaders. So let's go to manage team and let's start building a new team. This is going to be our audio research team. For our audio research, let's go into here, go into our HR management, and I'm just going to fill this out really quickly. Pretty much we're keeping everything the same. However, we are going to make sure that they are just all designers and they all are skilled mostly in audio. The other thing we're going to change is we're going to hire high salary team members, so that way they can bust that out really quickly. Let's go ahead and hire a lead designer, and they are going to not need automation as much, so let's begin looking for that. Unfortunately, both of the leaders that were available to hire, they neither of them have any points in audio, which is a little bit sussy, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and hire Geraldine here just because she's cheaper. She's like 1 year older, but she's like 3,000 monies cheaper. So that's, pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and change her role to be the leader. She's going to be a designer and a programmer, designer primary with leader, and then a programmer and artist second. We'll hit OK on that. And soon this will start filling up with that. So let's go ahead and make this for the audio and also make this room for our audio team. Turn this into our audio team, but limit the room usage to just leaders. Finally, we went through and we added a couple canteens. So I need to hire 1 and 2-ish. We need to hire at least 2 more cooks. So let's go ahead and hire another cook at 8, and then we'll hire 2 more cooks, and these ones are going to come in at 1 p.m. This might be too many cooks. You can know when you have too many cooks hired because they will completely empty out the fridge. And finally, the last thing we need to do is change up our gaming team. So looking at this game room, we have room for 4 designers, 4 artists, and 7 programmers. So we go to our game and we look at employees. Looking at our employees for our game team and comparing it to the amount of rooms and chairs that we have, I just went through and I changed it to auto roll for everybody, but our programmers we have 7 programmers in here. Great. We have 3, 4, 5 designers. Oh, okay, here's where it goes. So let's go ahead and sort them by role. We're also going to go to our managed teams as well. And we are going to come up here and we're going to copy game team and we're going to be calling it game adventure, and we will change the original game team to game RPG. Let's go ahead and rename game to game RPG. Perfect. Okay. So all the extra people in our game RPG team, we're going to check out the employees and we're going to move people around accordingly. So this person is a designer as well as an artist. We're going to go ahead and keep them. Okay, I was trailing off a little bit, but basically what I decided to do was move people over to the adventure game who we already had hired, hire a new leader for the adventure game team, and finally go ahead and change HR management so that way the employee, because basically I was going through game RPG and yeah, they kept hiring people after I already assigned them, moved them over. So doing that, I did assign everybody to only do their jobs that they are capable of doing, but I'm going to go back and instead of having them do everything, I'm going to change it so that way they do everything else secondary. We're going to have a little bit of people freaking out just because, you know, we switched everything around. But hopefully we can get it all solved and move people where they need to be. Who is occupying? Who are you? He is the adventure game team, and let's assign adventure game to this as well, so that way they can at least work. Oh, and are these our audio? Audio research. Oh, we actually have people hired for audio research already. Awesome. So let's pop into here and start audio research for our audio research team, just like that. And hopefully they will go ahead and start that project for us. Okay, after lunch, everybody seemed to work it all out, which is what we like to see. Our chefs are busy at work making delicious cuisine. I don't think I saw any chefs in here yet, but they will be hopefully soon. Let's look at her details because she's just chilling. She's a designer, but there's plenty of TVs. There's plenty of computers available, so I'm just curious as to why she isn't. Oh, here she comes. Okay, good. Okay. So at the end of today, which is pretty much now, we're going to go ahead and hit develop. Well, let's wait for the creativity to go all the way up for that one. And hopefully we are back at it relatively quickly today. Oh, our port team is finished with their port jobs. Let's sort by release date. Football, let's go ahead and port that with our port team onto everything and anything, pretty much. We'll sort by active users and work our way down to there. So football will be on more things so we can sell more of it. Hit develop on Cowboy 2 so our teams can start work. Oh, I forgot to announce a release date and do our marketing thing. We're also going to create another marketing for this while this starts to develop, and we're also going to assign our game teams to it. Assign to our audio and, our game adventure and our game RPG. So that'll give them something to do, hopefully. Oh no, guys, I accidentally pushed Cowboy 3 all the way through, which is not what I wanted to do. So let's go ahead and start at redo that one. I can't believe I did that. What a dummy. Okay, let's go ahead and start. Make a sequel to Cowboy 2, Cowboy 3, perfect. And then what did we add to this? Oh yeah, we added a little bit of 3D. Let's go to advanced, next, make it $75. 753 people will be outraged. We'll put it on our server 0, hit next, auto balance, and start developing this all over again. Of course, we're going to bust that up to the highest level. I don't think they're doing anything else besides maybe the core team at this point, but I just can't believe that we did that. Of course, we're going to have to redo all of our marketing as well and hype it, and we'll go ahead and we'll announce a release date now. It's nice to see all these little working icons. We love to see it. We probably need to hire a couple more cleaning to come in. So now we have 6 cleaners coming in throughout the day. They kind of switch off shifts, so hopefully this area will stay a little cleaner, especially since we expanded to such a large amount of employees. A lead designer is working on a project with no inspiration. Can I assign the lead? Assign lead. Assign. Okay. Assign lead. Why won't it let me assign the lead? Well, the lead designer is snugglygamer. Maybe she's just, since we had to scrap that other one, she wasn't happy with it. Oh well, we'll see how it goes. This might not be a good game like the second one was, but what can you do? Not press buttons too quickly and ruin your whole entire design. Well, football is now bringing in 1 million a month, which is what we like to see. Let's go ahead and get an update working for football as well as, well, all of our games that we can. The next thing I wanted to do is go ahead and start our distribution server room. So that's just going to be in the basement of the gaming area. So distribution. There we go. Okay. And the reason I wanted to do that is because it's a good way to start generating some money. Obviously, let's go ahead and bring this up to 6%. We're going to distribute other people's money. We're going to raise that up to 6%. And we should see a bunch of people signing onto our distribution deal. The next thing we want to do is start developing another software. So we're going to develop a game that is going to be our RTS. This one's going to be subscription based, and it's going to be an MMO strategy one. I think that'll be fun, right? Who doesn't like turn-based strategies? Not online, right? The fun is playing with other people. So we're going to have our lead designer for this be Thelma Welch, because she has pretty good, she doesn't have any game experience, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and get her some gaming experience. We'll go to advanced and just make sure everything is good. And the name for this is going to be TFT. No, I'm just kidding. Why don't we do World Conquer? And let's go ahead and develop that. And so yeah, that should be going well. Looks like we need to start deporting more of our stuff. So of course we're going to start with football since it's a new year. And let's do these two. Bring this up to a 10. And then also start working on house cleaning simulator as well. But we'll leave that at like a 1. And our audio is finished researching. We do not have our law team. That is obviously something that I want eventually. But for us to really get the most out of this, we're going to need our own audio tool, our own 2D tool, our own, all of that kind of stuff. It'll save us money on our games as well as generate some additional income. I'm not sure if I want to do it in-house only or if I want to do something different. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and assign them to our development projects until we figure out what we want to do with that. So we got a notification that our software football here ran out of sales. So they wanted us to order 100,000. So we'll just start printing 100,000. And I think that'll keep up. I don't know if it's just because we put it on so many new stuff, but that's exactly what we like to see. Our games lasting a long time and providing lots of good stuff for us. They want us to start printing more than that? Now they want us to order another 109,000? Whoa. Okay, let's go here and let's start printing. How about 150,000? Maybe the problem is that it's not getting out in time. I'll keep my eye on that. This one we can probably lower it down to 10,000, I think. We'll see once this gets onto more operating systems. And this one we can also probably bring down to 5,000. That should be okay. Let's go ahead and hit develop on Cowboy 3. And once it gets a little bit further along, we'll go ahead, change the date on this if we need to, and release that as well. And let's go ahead and port Zolda now onto all of these. I'm not sure if they'll be able to finish by the end of the year, but it should just be 1 or 2 for the ones previously. But that'll keep our port team nice and busy. Okay, I decided to bite the bullet and go ahead and start our law team since this is going to be our second research for audio. So let's go ahead and add that, go into our law and change the HR management. So for this one, we're going to want, of course, law. We also want them to be a high salary so that way they can blast through it. Just like that. And then there's 16 chairs, so we'll do 16, oop, not programmers, God. 16 service members for that. And let's go ahead and hire a lead service. They don't need to do automation, so let's go ahead and begin looking for that leader. Unfortunately, we don't have anybody with any law degree, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and hire this gentleman anyways, go into our law employees and change his role to a leader. Let's just hope that he picks it up eventually. Maybe not, that's okay. And then let's just go ahead and assign both of these rooms to our law team and assign this room to our law team and also for the leader only. And that should be all set and ready for them when they get back in. So I have this extra space here. I thought we could turn it into like a nice little lounge area so that way they don't have to necessarily go down to the canteen. But I found the best structure for building these skyscrapers is to have 2 levels of regular and then a canteen / meeting room. And that keeps everybody pretty happy and not over focused into one area. Our Cowboy just finished alpha, so now it's in beta. So let's go ahead and submit a press build. I upped the release date to May 2005, so that should be great. And let's go ahead and start printing these for a maximum of, let's start off with a cool 20,000. And we could probably reduce this back down now to, let's go to 60,000, kind of cut it in half. So hopefully we can sell more of those games. And our Audio 2004 research ended in this year, which is awesome, what we like to do. So let's go ahead and file a patent for it. We are going to assign, instead of core, we're going to assign our law team to it, and hopefully they will bust through that very quickly. Oh yeah, they're making great quick progress on this, which is exactly what we love to see. And since it's January, we went ahead and started researching Audio 2005. So our audio team is busy, our port team and our law team are busy. Our adventure game and our RPG game are working on fixing the bugs for Cowboy 3 and developing World Conquer. This one I'm a little bit nervous about because I don't necessarily have anybody hired or with a specialty in network at the moment, but that's okay, in my opinion. We just need to stop losing money so crazy. It's a lot. We're losing a lot of money. Okay, guys, it is May of 2005. Let's go ahead and release Cowboy 3, and hopefully it's not too terrible. We had those weird prompts where it was telling us that she didn't have any inspiration. All right, there we go. This is doing great. We love to see it. Let's go ahead and give our marketing team a little bit of something crazy and go ahead and do $25,000 in marketing. Bring that up, and then of course we want to get an update out immediately for this game. Month 1 updates, we love to see it. And we're going to bring the priority of that up to level 10. We didn't quite make it. We're still a little bit behind in audio, but that's all right. I decided to go ahead and start porting Cowboy 3 immediately. Let's bring up the priority on it. Okay, first month, Cowboy did $1 million in sales, which is what we like to see. Go ahead and close all that down and start finishing up this update. So everything is up to date. We're just gonna have some bugs rolling in, nothing we weren't expecting. World Conquer got into iteration 4, which is great. We can go ahead and start developing that as well. Let's market it. Oh, I forgot to do any of the stuff that we needed to do. Let's market it with a press release. Do we have any level 3 marketers? Ooh, we do. And we're also going to keep the hype up on this as well. So a lot of stuff for our marketing team to keep up to date with, but that's okay. I am updating house cleaning, so let's get that up as well. And now it's time for us to develop our first audio tool. There we go. Let's call it why don't we call it audio tool? You guys like that idea? We're gonna raise it up once we get everything kind of sorted. So looking at this, we can keep this product to ourselves if we want to. So our competitors can't take advantage of it. However, audio tools are a great way to make money. Pretty much what I like to do is just develop one and then call it good because we can just update the audio quality on it. Yeah, let's go ahead and leave it at that. Let's raise the price of it up to $30, I guess. I feel like that's pretty low. I think the other audio tools that are out are like 90 bucks, but let's check out our lead designers. Curtis Payne here has a little bit of experience with an audio tool. And he is going to be higher than 58% at least for his creativity. So let's go ahead and assign him. Let's also assign our audio research team to it. And they're also going to help us with developing it as well. So let's go ahead and bust it out, hit develop. They're like, it's very complex. I know, okay. It's fine, everything is okay. 2 of our products ran out of sales. Okay, so House Cleaning Simulator and Cowboy 3. House Cleaning Simulator wants us to order 32,000. So I guess we lowered that too much. So let's go ahead and make the maximum on this 40,000. And Cowboy 3 wants us to order 18,000. So let's go ahead and up. That was Cowboy, right? Yeah. Let's do the maximum of this to 60,000. And because I'm assuming as we start, once Cowboy 3 actually gets on more systems, it's probably going to shoot up like all the rest of ours have. And we probably should get another update rolling out for Cowboy 3. We don't have to update any of the actual components of it, just to get some of these some of these bugs worked out. There we go. Easy enough. Our audio tool research finished, so let's go ahead and hit finish. Yes, we're going to patent it, and for our law team. For some reason, our house cleaning simulator just jumped up. I don't know what that is. Everybody was like, you know what? Now's a great time to play that game from several years ago. Okay, we are gonna do something a little bit crazy. We're going to take our leader from adventure games and we're going to go ahead and start automating our adventure game. Zolda came out about 9 years ago, so now's a perfect time to go ahead and start automating the next iteration of that game. Our design teams are going to be Game Adventure and Core. Our development teams are going to be Game Adventure and Core. Our secondary dev teams. The design phase is usually shorter than the implementation phase, but you can use a secondary development team to run projects in parallel and pick up any slack. So if somebody needs to pick up any slack, it's going to be, of course, our RPG gaming company. They're all going to help each other out. Our support team is going to be support. Our pre-marketing team is going to be marketing. Our post-marketing team is going to be marketing. Our update team is going to be core and adventure. The SCM is going to be the SCM. The prototype software is going to be Zolda. Here we go. And then the server is going to be on distribution if they do make it available for that. Let's go ahead, and our development time is how long to keep each project in development relative to the optimal time it would take to develop. So let's go ahead and give them a 200% development time. There's no rush. Iteration cooldown. So how many months to wait between iterations in the alpha stage? So our alpha stage is when they're actually creating the game. So we want it to be relatively high. 36 would be once it starts hitting development, it's out of designing it. It's going to take 3 years before they start designing that, which to me is pretty low. I would love to see like about 60-month cooldown between each. That's about 5 years. They're going to be in charge of updates and updating the tech level. We want it to update the game every 3 months for 36 months, God. So that's going to be 3 years of that. We want them to hype. They're going to do auto development. They're only going to do sequels and use frameworks. We're going to say no, because that's going to cost us money. We don't have any of our own frameworks. Let's go ahead and do a single IP. Hopefully they use, see, this is why I was confused about whether or not we should do our tools as in-house, because then they'll only use ours. Otherwise they might switch and spend money to use an audio or a different tool that maybe came out and has a better research level than ours, but let's go ahead and leave that. Post-marketing, they can go ahead and do that. They can handle setting the budget for that as well. And then print job copies, let's go ahead and have them all start with 20,000 copies, just in case it's a flop, and we can always edit that later. Project name is going to be Adventure Game. And let's go ahead and hit OK on that. So if we scroll down here, this is currently being designed, developed, thought about, all that good stuff. So we can exit out of our releases because our next game is getting worked on. Another thing I noticed is we aren't quite getting through all of our marketing. So I decided to go ahead and expand our marketing team by 1 additional floor. So with this and with this, we can take a look at how many employees fit. So we have room here for 14 employees. So let's go to our marketing team and go to employees, and go to HR management, and we want there to be 13 service members just because the leader doesn't have their own space, so we have to make room for the leader, of course. And hopefully by tomorrow we will see an increase and be able to blast through this marketing projects a little bit quicker. Okay, so it is now November 2006, which is the updated release date for World Conqueror, our turn-based strategy game. So let's go ahead and release it and see how it did. Okay, not the best one we've ever done, but pretty acceptable. Let's, as always, get the update out and running for this. I think it's also time for us to start developing our audio tools, so we'll go ahead and do that. We'll have our marketing team work on the next press release for that. And I went ahead in the background and did a couple things which should be pretty good. We started our automation of adventure games and simulation games. So that is in the works for those. And ideally, I'd like to go ahead and, you know, get all of our games automated on it, so that way we can start working on our audio tools and an update team and all of that kind of stuff. Let's wait for the day to roll over so that way we can see how it went. Let's also get our game starting to get ported onto some newer systems. Let's do this one. And I want to expand our porting team so that way they can continue to hammer these out as soon as the OSs drop. But we're sitting really pretty here at $250 million. So I think, let's go ahead and get our simulation game working on that. I think, yeah, they're already designing Zolda 2, which is perfect. So the last game that we have to develop is going to be our first-person shooter. Before that, I want to start automating all of our other games before we get everybody to collaborate on that last first-person shooter. But that is something that we will have to do next episode, so... As always, thank you so much for joining me on this Let's Play series. If you want to check out my other content, absolutely. I have a couple games besides this. I'm more of like a variety gamer if you're new to my channel. So you can check out some of the other playlists over on my channel to keep you up to date with other games to fill your time with. Go ahead, check it down in the description. That's going to have a link to all my social media. I have a TikTok, I have a sticker shop, and I also have a Patreon where for $3 a month you can help support the channel and get your name on the end credits. If you want to support my channel for free, you can do that by liking, sharing, commenting on this video, and of course, subscribing to my channel. That helps get my content in front of more people's eyes, which really helps out the YouTube algorithm as well as helping me grow my channel. So until I see you guys again, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.